Hey guys, this is Hamon, and welcome back to Bytesize, the short review games that I've taken interest in. They don't have to be old, they have to be new, they just have to be something I'm interested in. And as a return to the normal, I'm going to be talking about one of the best games that came out during the summer. I know I should have covered it during the summer, but I just felt it would be better to do it afterwards. But either way, I'm going to be talking about Zenless Zone Zero, Hoyoverses' latest game that basically got me hooked into it. To explain. First off, the story is that you are one of two siblings, either Wise or Bell. There's no need to name them this time because you're naming the account that you'll be using from there on after the prologue story, who are video store owners that run a very, very, very side hustle of what is called proxies, which help people go through the Hollow, which is a space that has been corrupted by an ethereal force, and they do this in order to hopefully find clues that will help them figure out what happened in their lives in the old city of Eridu. The story itself picks up with the Cunning Hares, a mercenary group that often hires them, I believe, and with two of their members falling into a hollow and their leader having to go hire your company in order to save them. During that mission, your main account gets hacked and stripped away, while your secondary account that you made take payments and all that, it has to remain in order to build up your reputation again. That is where you start off in terms of the actual story. And it is really good. I love it for that. To get right into it, graphic-wise, I love it. It is a vast improvement from Honkai Star Rail and Genshin and all that. It is so brilliantly done. I don't even mind the fact that in terms of the overworld, it's a segmented thing again. Seriously, I really don't mind it because they made sense. Because in this case, it is simply the fact that most of the places that you go to require a car to get to. So, yeah, I don't mind it this time. And in terms of the characters, I love them all as well. And the direction that they went, they don't just have people that have animal features. In terms of the more unique characters, they have full-on anthro characters like Lilacon and Ben Bigger. It's so good. Like, I really love their designs and everything. Like, they're so interesting. Again, the backgrounds are really good. The whole I love all the details that you see when you're just walking around. Like, you can't help but notice like the little cats that are found in 6th Street, the statues, the spaces where you can sit down and relax, enjoying, I guess, the Bay Area, but in Lumina Square. The freaking scouting area, how close to a certain spot it is. I'm not entirely sure what they're investigating per se, but it's very interesting. And even little little characters that you have, the Bangboos, are very nicely designed. Like, I love each one from the A to the S rank. They're all nicely designed. W engines, the weapons, like, those are very interesting. I love the little animations that they have when it's like those A's and S's and all that. Like, they look really good. All that to then go into the mechanics, since I just mentioned it. The thing is, this game is a lot similar as to Honkai 3rd Impact in terms of most of the mechanics. For instance, the battle mechanics are similar to most of the games. Like, with the exception of Honkai Star Rail, because that one's a turn-based one. The only thing similar with it is the main attack, the E attack, and the ultimate keys. To better explain, first off, there's actually two parts to the battle/main gameplay of it. When you enter a space, most times you'll enter a thing that looks like a bunch of TVs that form a map that you traverse as your Bangbu Eos. Because your special ability as a proxy is that you can, I guess, enter and control a Bangbu to accomplish your goal. It's unknown how, Like, we'll probably find out at a later time, but it is a very interesting thing. You enter this space that looks like a bunch of monitors that light up in certain patterns and such that you traverse down, and you can collect items, you can solve puzzles, and even do some very interesting situations with it. And at times, special little events will happen that, just like little chatters and all that. But when you enter an actual fight, that's when it gets into like the more 3D thing. And then it enters at the more Honkai 3rd Impact aspect to it. In the terms of, you can walk around the map, and if you get into a certain area, like, the next place you're supposed to go to, you enter a fight, so it closes off until you beat the enemies. So it's more of a hack and slash type of situation, so much like Honkai 3rd Impact. And I will tell you this, I love this. Like, this version has more of a parry and dodge mechanic added to it. Where in the version that I'm doing, because I think if I were to go to challenge mode, it would be a little harder to do this. But in the current mode, if you were to see a yellow flash as an enemy's about to attack, that means you can parry it and therefore give them a devastating counterattack. Whereas if you see a red flash, you can dodge it and then click the attack button in order to attack them properly. Now, as you're fighting, you build up what is, I guess, called beat points, which, if you build it up enough, allows you to use your ultimate. And the unfortunate thing is, only one character can use the ultimate at a time. So, you have to choose wisely which character does it. So, I usually go with either Lilacon or Sokaku, since I like both of their attacks. Although, depending on who the third one is, I might throw in, like, Nicole's or Ellen's or Ben's for the hell of it. One other thing is that there's also chain attacks, which is also similar to Honkai 3rd Impact. If you get an enemy into a certain state, it allows you to enter this mode, which what happens is that you can click either to attack with, use the next attack with one character or the other, and you could even throw your little Bangbu into the mix with it. It's brilliant in that aspect. So you technically get up to most 4 attacks at once, and I just love it for that. Other than that, there's also special missions and all that, because you can go through the story commissions and all that, but there's also like special areas, like sort of like the Spiral Abyss in Genshin and other various things. Like, there's challenges that will require you to do things in certain ways, some things that will take you having to consider who you're sending in, and others that will add little other challenges into the mix. Like, I think it was like the Hollow Point, the Roundup, and the Notorious Hunts. All of them are very unique and are very fun to do. Now, the only thing I will say is that, like the previous games, this is a gacha game. So, you're going to be trying to go for the special characters, special Bangboos and such during this, collecting the polychromes and monochromes if you want to spend money on this game and all that, in order to get the characters, whether it's through the normal gacha thing or the special banner, essentially. The Bamboo banner doesn't require anything, so don't worry about wasting your special currency on that. But regardless, just keep that in mind. Although they are very more lenient with it, and they even show you how many more pulls you need before getting the special character or even one of the regular special characters. So at least they're very honest with that in that aspect. I really wish they kind of updated Genshin to be like that, because I'm kind of sick and tired of guessing when I'm gonna get the next get a character. But either way, I'm going to say that this is a really good game. I highly recommend it if you're into Honkai 3rd Impact. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Check out my Twitch, where I'll be streaming this game and many other games like it, maybe even some Genshin, or I guess Honkai Star Rail at times. But in any case, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!